I'm assuming this is going to be locked in. So, I'm going to go over basic picks and bans. Blue team has banned out Mundo, Evelynn, and Jax. I'm assuming Jax was a target ban. If not, I would question why they banned that, only because Jax, he's not really bad, but again, he's outclassed top lane now by a lot of champions. So I'm assuming it's targeted. I'll just leave it at that. Purple team has banned out Shyvana, Kassadin, and Diana. Diana, I know, is a targeted ban against Fate, so I'm pretty much ignoring that one as far as, like, why would you ban it in solo queue? Kassadin, obviously ban it. Shyvana, really good ban as well right now. That then left Annie open. No team picked it until very last. That's interesting to me. I'm assuming... Oh, I actually really like that. So what they did on Purple team, they didn't ban Annie, and then because Annie wasn't first picked, they first picked Karma. Karma counters Annie support very, very well. Like, Karma absolutely destroys Annie in terms of laning and everything. So that made it less likely that they were going to pick that Annie support, or at least made it less likely. So then they were free to decide to say, okay, well, that's Karma top, or that's Karma mid. And then, of course, they have their Draven, who's actually getting a lot of popularity again. I personally don't like Draven, but that's to do with not liking him as a champion, nothing to do with how strong he is. He is actually pretty good again, seeing as most of the other lane bullies have been nerfed. Amumu, very solid jungler, very reliable jungler actually now as well. He's a little bit less blue reliant than he used to be. It's a lot harder to shut down a jungle than it used to be now that they've changed how experience flows. Lissandra, not played very often, but still a very strong pick. They're very magic damage heavy on this team. I would expect blue team to build a lot of early magic resist and start to really essentially become invulnerable. Just because, yeah, you have Lissandra, you have Amumu, you have Karma, you have Annie. Where's your damage coming from? Well, it's all magic. And then, of course, Annie support, who is face roll and very, very strong right now. On the flip side, you have Rengar. Sansara has been going on and on about Rengar in stream chat for a while. I hate Rengar. I think he's a weird champion. I don't like playing him. But there's no denying that he is doing very well with the stealth changes. He absolutely destroys a lot of late game carries right now by just jumping on them and boom, they're dead. So, yeah, he's a fine pick. They've decided to first pick it, in fact, so good for them. They then have an Ashe, which I believe is pretty much all Tarping plays. We then have a Nasus jungle, a mid-Xerath. Mid-Xerath running barrier, interesting. I'm fine with that. There's no reason for Xerath to go Ignite, because he should be all very, very long range. That being said, he could have run a Teleport if he wanted to roam, or he could have even run a Cleanse. There's a lot of CC going to come in and kill him. And then Thresh, obviously very, very strong support right now. So yeah, overall, good team comps. Purple team has phenomenal amount of AoE CC. They have an Amumu ult. They have Lissandra ult and Snare. They have Annie ult. They have Karma Q. They have Karma W. They have a very, very strong team fight. On the other hand, though, blue team has a lot of pick potential. Rengar, if he catches you out of position or he stealths and does it properly, he's going to instantly kill one of your carries. If Ashe lands a good arrow, that's a free kill. That's a free team fight. If Xerath catches someone out of position, that's a free fight. If Thresh lands a hook on someone, that's a free kill. Blue team has gone for pick potential and skirmishes, whereas purple team has gone for a more standard 5v5 team fight comp. As blue team, I would be recognizing that and saying, okay, we need to ward heavily, we need to catch them out of position and make a free pick for ourselves. Pick someone off, get a free kill, and then push those numbers advantages elsewhere. So I like both of those team comps. I couldn't tell you which one's going to perform better. It boils down to how well they play that specific style. Nasus was first pick, not Rengar? Okay. Good to know. Brian, why would you suggest that you do a game with only champions I hate? You'd be left with like 80% of the champion pool because I only like a few champions. I hate so many champions. It's just sort of a running joke with the stream that no matter what you play, I will hate it. No, no Yi jungle. No Yi. I don't hate Mord. He's just annoying. You don't see him enough to really justify hatred. Minor annoyance at best. I hate Diana, yeah. She just frustrates me with that stupid fucking arc skill. It's like, we get it, it's a crescent, but I can't dodge it or shit. Okay, so we are in game here. Gonna go over starting builds, positioning, warning, that sort of thing. So quiet.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
I would say Lissandra is one of my least favorite champions to play against, because every time I play versus a Lissandra, they're absolutely terrible. Like, I absolutely destroy the lane. And then they just have so much CC that it's like, well, their jungle's camping me now because I'm ahead, which is what you want as a mid lane. You want to be camped. But she has so much targeted CC. She just ults and boom, okay, you're dead. I was versus one a little while back. I saw her and their jungler coming, so I walked completely to the other side of the lane, started getting back towards my turret. She used a max range E, which is her glacial path. Max range E, flash, alt, okay, and I'm dead. Because they just overlapped CC at that point. She's just so annoying. I don't hate her, though. She's a good champion. Good for him. We can celebrate having a better apartment than them. Oh, I will. Alright, so initial build... Oh, I have to line these up. I forgot. I apologize. I always forget to line people up. No, it's Mumu Jungle. God, Brian, stop being stupid. Alright, all very standard builds coming out here. Both supports have opted to go for a coin start. And that's fine. I just really like having that early pink ward. On Annie's side, I definitely would have done it, because you know that they're probably going to try and kill a Mumu. Nasus obviously, he doesn't invade that often, but you know that they're going to try and counter jungle a Mumu. He's not very good at defending his jungle, so why not give him a hand with that? What champion do I find him most broken? Ziggs is pretty stupid right now. Annie's pretty stupid. But Kassadin, oh my god. You can shit on him all lane... every way. Like, you can have 3 times the CS, have him down 2 kills, and then he just like rums, gets a triple. It's just so annoying. Interesting. Fate got W at level 2. I would have picked up Mage Chains. That way you actually have a stun. I'm interested to see how this top lane goes, actually. Rengar's going to do his normal little pounce out for every little CS. I would be expecting Karma to see that. At about level 3, she wants to start fighting him. When she gets level 3, when he pounces on a CS, I would want her to tether, walk towards him, Q him in the face, and then shield herself if he tries to trade back against it. Obviously, she does have to be careful because she is a mana user, but I would expect her to be able to bully him around a little bit in this lane. Mumu coming through, should be going through this side, but he's really low. Okay, and she just used her ult. Why are you using your ult when Amumu's here to gank for you? Good bandage toss, but your team's not in position. Where's your ignite? Good job. I would have used the ignite earlier, but still good job picking it up. And then just speed buff Mumu, get him out of there. I would be pushing this as hard as I could as her, and it appears she is, and then go back and buy before Nasus can do anything. A good hook coming in, counter engage coming in from Annie, just being able to essentially cancel that engage with her own stun. And good teamwork between them, just trading that aggro back and forth and saying, you're going to hit me, but I'm going to return damage. Okay, you're going to attack me, but I'm going to cancel that engage. Really good job on both of them. Missed her stun. I don't understand people who miss W stuns on Annie. If you can't hit them, use Smart Cast. I also wouldn't have... Oh, okay. I don't know why Draven is using his little knock-up when Annie doesn't have her stun ready. Comboing that with her stun is a free kill. They are so low. Annie actually has... yeah, she has Flash Ignite. I would be having her talk to Draven and say, look, we're going to Flash Ignite and combo down Ashe. Go in. That hook is down. Go in on Ashe. Go in on Ashe. Boom. Draven's not going in. He's going to get the kill, though. That flash was not needed from Amumu. Also, he didn't need to take it, but it's fine. Yeah, just sloppy from them. That was a free double kill. Annie didn't need to die, and they didn't need to let Thresh get away. Ooh, good job, Amumu, noticing that you could come through here. You might even get that toss. Yep. Great job on Amumu. He's actually really fed now. If I were him, I'd turn that into an early Boots 5. Get that mobility rolling and keep this momentum. You need to show up at every gank and absolutely decimate them. Nasus is coming top. Wave is pushing towards Karma, though. He's just going to clear that ward and then probably back out. Yeah. Yeah, just go by. Good job not waiting around. I see a lot of junglers where they just stay. They clear something and they stay there. You don't need to. Just go. You've done your job. You can't gank. Go do something else. Whether it's gank another lane, whether it's farm, whether it's whatever. Doesn't matter. Just don't waste time. That was a little sloppy. I think you could have caught him out. It can be a little difficult to dodge Xerath, but I think she could be doing a little bit better of it. Just how she's yeah, she's way too far back, too. This is just bad communication. Gragan is absolutely dominating. He's landing all these ganks, but he needs to be communicating with his team a little bit earlier and saying, this is what we're doing. Show up. Like, that could have been a free kill or a free assist for the actual carry. Amumu, he's getting kills, he's making plays, but why is he not actually, like, communicating these ganks? On blue side, pink warding, this is fine. You need to have good communication with your team, though, to be able to defend it properly. You're a little low to be clearing alone. Use that potion, like, you need to be chugging that up. I don't agree with the cooldown on him. I don't know what he's building it into. Like, the only thing that really builds into is Morellonomicon, Deathfire Grasp, and Athene's. And none of those items are really good on him. If I were him, I'd get Boots 5 so you can actually land all these ganks more consistently, which, again, you're doing a great job of landing ganks, but you could get more ganks. And then probably tanky. I'd build tank early, maybe like an early Sunfire Rush. Oh, I'm actually going to back that up. I didn't get to watch the whole fight. So Rengar's just getting poked down top lane. He has built a little bit of early magic resist, but no real lifesteal. The tether comes out, manages to stay in range, land the ult and the ignite, boom, free kill. That's just Rengar being greedy. He's not saying, well, the wave's pushing towards me. You would miss all of about 2 or 3 CS, and it's going to push to turret and you get the farm anyways. So that's just him being greedy and not playing that lane very well. Suiciding for a couple farm is never worth it, in the moral of the story. I'd be giving this over to Lissandra, but maybe he's just going to be greedy seeing as he is ahead so much. Yep. He has his ult up now. That's a free kill. He still doesn't have his boots 5 though. So how are you going to get in position to gank? Like, even with this ward here, with boots 5, he could probably just gank them anyways. Because it's so fast. It's so much faster that way. Karma has gone for double Dorans and then Haunting Guys. I like that from the health standpoint. I might have suggested a Chalice. That being said, though, she's having no mana issues. She's just last hitting. This Rengar isn't really a threat at the moment. So I like her choice of just building a little bit more offensive. But in general, I would usually want a early Chalice, just because it gives you so much more mana. And she can have issues. Alt down, nothing to come from it. You need to be landing that across the entire wave. It's really easy to land. You also need to be prepping your minions properly. Yeah, you just missed every single one of those last hits because you didn't prep them properly. Auto-attack the casters once before they come into turret range, and then you get to last hit them one at a time. One of the things you just learn over time, as well as practicing in custom games, is you learn what order the turret's going to target things in. It's a predictable thing. You just have to pay attention. Again, you're not landing it across the wave. And you're going to get turned on too. I would expect this to be a kill for Lissandra, because she has her ult and ignite. Flash down. Oh. I didn't expect Lissandra to flash there. He's going to be able to barrier and barely escape from that. I don't think Lissandra needed to flash. She was still in range to land her Q. She could have saved the flash and still had about a similar level of kill potential. Bot lane Thresh is staying alone. Ashe isn't that far away, but generally speaking, especially when you're versus someone like an Annie who has such good kill potential, yeah, I don't recommend staying alone. You're going to catch out Lissandra. Thresh needs to move up, cut her off. Alright, she just jumps in there, that's fine. That being said, he could have moved up still. We're still doing the workshop, that's what this is. Yeah, they're still absolutely dead even. Good dodge. She's starting to learn how to dodge them. I had some complaints early, but she's adjusting. Bot lane, Amumu jumping back in, walks right into them. I believe... Nope, they're just going to turn it around and get another kill. Where was Ashe during that? Did she just not get there in time? Exhaust is still up from Thresh. I think if Ashe had responded properly and he had used his ult and his exhaust effectively, I think they could have turned that. We might just be doing viewer games after this, I'm not sure. We had to start late today, so I'm not sure if we're going to really be able to do our normal 3 or 4 matches. Okay, Anzarath's caught out. Boom, you're dead. He keeps positioning a little too aggressively versus this Lissandra, I feel. Oh, and Lissandra is not paying attention. Good ult, though. I think... Wait, why is she not chasing that in? Rengar can't kill you. He has no damage. Okay, so Lissandra made 2 misplays there. First one, she didn't pay attention to Amumu going on that kill. The 2 of them could have comboed in. She could have used her ult a little earlier. Amumu would have got some extra DPS onto it, and then she would have got the kill. Alternatively, if she went in when she did, she could have kept chasing that Rengar. Rengar, if you walk to this bush, you can kill him. If he walks to this bush, he's probably going to get away, but he still can't kill you. Either way, she had good kill potential there and no real risk to herself. Bot lane Draven chasing down this Ashe. Double flash coming out. And going to pick up a free kill. Good job on this Draven. Good mechanics on his part, knowing exactly how far his knock-up would go. Amumu picking up red. I'm interested to see if Amumu starts actually sharing buffs or if he takes them all for himself. Wait, does Spectral Wraith now cost the cooldown item? Interesting. Another gank coming in top lane here. He's not standing on a ward, so that means Rengar's not been warding properly. Again, these minions are going to come in. You're not going to lose any. I would not be positioning that far up. You're not losing any experience, and you're not losing any farms, so just wait for it to come to you. Let Karma push it in. And if I were you, why are you auto-attacking these? Freeze it right here. Freeze the wave. As a top laner, you need to be comfortable with how you freeze waves, and that gives you so much pressure, because they can't dive you if you just freeze the wave right in front of your turret. You then actually are able to deny them farm, even when you're behind. Mumu's back mid. He is standing on a ward, though. Alright, and he's finished up her Tasman as well as Thresh. Both of them having that in lane is a lot of kill potential. That being said, Ashe Arrow does combine with it incredibly well, because you can use it from essentially off-screen. Good binding. It's not going to turn into anything, but it's still good binding. Okay, trade those, get the buffs over onto Lissandra. That's actually still worth it, actually. Like, somewhat worth it. My reasoning being, you got a kill and an assist, you still have the red buff. Obviously, yeah, you got the shutdown onto the Mumu, but that's not the end of the world. You cancelled out his farm, and he's losing a full wave of farm to the turret. So that actually does balance it out 100%. Yeah, Mumu could farm a little more. He's landing all these ganks, and he's doing a great job of it, but... Oh, now they're killing bot lane. I'm going to back this up and see what set this up. Annie positioning aggressively, lands a stun, continues to chase in when Draven's not really in a position. Now Draven's too far up. Thresh misses his ult. Okay. Ashe returns the stun, and Draven's going to be able to pick that up. Interesting. Again, just miscommunication. They need to be communicating when they're going in. Annie engaged, then she ran, and then Draven engaged. If you go in at the same time, you would have got the kill. If you retreated at the same time, you would have both been safe. Obviously, it worked out. It was fine. But, I don't know. Every time I look bot lane, they're just not quite in sync. Another gank coming out here. That's going to set up another binding, another alted Q, and, yeah. I believe he's stealthed, is he not? No. And another kill over to Karma. This Karma's doing a really good job of keeping him down. Again, he's standing on a ward. Alright, so they have this pinked and it's remaining permanent. Annie has used her stun. Nasus using Ghost, gonna get in range. Oh. Landier, you need to wither Draven. Yeah, he withered Annie instead of Draven. And now, of course, Thresh is gonna die. It's totally worth it. I would expect them to now turn on to Dragon. You're not going to be able to kill the tower in that time. You could kill Dragon, though. Yeah, miscommunication. Ashe went, Nasus didn't. They could have had Dragon by now. They're still going to get it. It's fine. But, again, you need to be on the same page. Mumu not going to try and stop this, I don't think, because, yeah, Lissandra's back. It's good job. So that would then be 2340, or 37, I suppose, for the respawn. Your Katrina support? I prefer AP Tristana support. It's amazing. I use it all the time in ranked. Just get like 18 million kills. Lissandra's doing a really good job now of dodging these. I like how she's playing. Yep, just max range, jump in, boom, overlap your CC and be done with it. She did have the ignite that she could have used, and then Mumu would have saved alt and she would have got the kill instead. It's fine. Doesn't really matter. Just a little bit of dueling down here. They did manage to clear out the pink ward, but they're going to collapse 3, 4. Yep. No flash on Ashe. I would expect them to just dive her. Clear that wave, take the tower. Land your targeted stun, boom, free kill, free tower, be done with it. Draven, I would have said, should have used his knock up there. It would have got him an assist. It doesn't really matter, just get the free gold. You're going to kill the tower anyways, right? So why not use one skill, knock up their AD carry, and get some assist gold. I would also expect them to have stayed and gotten the second turret together. They're going to get it, it looks like, but they could have possibly turned on to Xerath when he came. At this point, though, they do need to retreat. They could set up a pick kill here. As I said in selection, purple team just has the far superior team fight, whereas blue team is all reliant on having heavy ward coverage and making picks for themselves. Look at the ward coverage on the map. It is all purple. There's one ward top lane, which looks to be a trinket ward, and that's it. There is no wards from blue team. How are they going to pick someone off when they don't have any ward coverage? Great wards bot lane, actually. They have one covering all entrances and exits. Perfect coverage. Needlessly large rod coming out on Annie here. I'm interested to see if they build that into a Deathfire Grasp for assassination or an Hourglass. I would assume an Hourglass. Nasus coming up top here. Oh, Nasus. You don't need to clear that. If you're already there, just walk in and try and land something. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. That's the problem with the sweeper ward. The sweeper totem. If you use it, they know you're there. So your gank's already done. Good hook, although it was mostly just Annie walking into it. Amumu's here. They don't have vision on it, and I would expect him to just... Oh. Should have waited slightly. Oh, he actually flashed the return part of it. Good ult from Ashe, disengage. They're actually... No. Still got the kill onto him. Good job, Amumu. Build order is pretty much what I would expect. I disagree with Spectral Wraith personally, but now that he has that, he does need the Boots 5, he does need the Sunfire Cape. Top lane here. I'm going to rewind that. Sorry, I couldn't scroll fast. I'll reverse it even more. Alright, so, as we said earlier, he swept. Now Lyssandra's coming top, and Nasus is coming top. So, it's going to be 2v2. He uses his stealth. Karma realizes that she's going to be engaged on, so she starts to retreat. It's not going to be in time, though. Oh, she actually does manage to get out. On the split side, though, Nasus is able to just combo in. Good job. Good job on Nasus to get that kill. Also, very good job on Karma to escape that. I thought she was going to die, but she managed to use her ulted W to heal her up, and then be able to flash just far enough out of range. This tower probably going to be secure, though, because the minions are going to die quite quickly. He doesn't have enough Q stacks to fully shred it. Wait. It has 35? Oh, 252. Sorry, I couldn't see it. Nasus is turning on to Amumu. I don't think he's going to have the mana to finish this off. No. He doesn't have his ult, so he's not going to have that shredding power. Thresh coming in from the side here. I am expecting maybe Ashe to ult right up the middle. No, it doesn't. It's not up. Dragon's up in a minute 30. I would hope they'd have that timed and they can respond appropriately. Again, blue buff is up. I'm interested to see if it goes to Lysandra or not. Amumu's taken, I believe, every single buff this game. No, it looks like he's going to hand it over this time. Yep. So that's going to help Lysandra a little bit. Jumping in. Yeah, just take the free pick. You may as well just take the support. I've had a lot of people bitch at me about like, oh my god, you used an ult on a support. That's now a numbers advantage. Dragon's up in 40 seconds. Obviously the respawns aren't 40 seconds yet, but you're getting a numbers advantage. Use that. Get some ward coverage. Push out a lane. Do something. Annie coming in beside here. Amumu gonna chase... Oh, what are you doing, Amumu? You have this kill. Ugh. I do not like that decision of Amumu not to chase. Nasus could actually pick that up. Yep. I would expect Nasus to get that. Yep. And that's Amumu's fault. He didn't follow. Like, if your team's going in, they're all collapsing on a free kill, you need to show up to it. Like, yeah, we get that you want the farm, but that was a free kill and Dragon. Dragon's up right now. Killing their jungler would have given you immense pressure because he's their only tanky character. They can't join the team fight without him. And now, of course, he's turning around. Oh, unfortunately, Thresh Hook missed. They would have been able to pick that up. I think, though... Yeah, he's still going to get that kill. And then I think he's going to die to Amumu, and they might... Yeah, they're going to lose mid-turret, too. Oh my god, these bandage tosses are on point. Great job. So he actually manages to live as well, because he does have his Spirit Visage. That's a great choice on his part. He needs that magic resist. We mentioned in the pregame how much magic damage Purple Team has. I also didn't mention it. He built Hexdringer first item on Rengar, so he is itemizing properly for both the lane matchup and for the enemy team comp. Looks like blue team's going to collapse and try and get this dragon. I don't know if they're going to be able to get it, though, because everyone's back up on the purple team and they're coming quickly. Nasus does have ult, though, so he could shred it if he really needed to. He has no mana, though. Turn and fight, turn and fight. You have your Thresh. You could have got 3 free kills and then still got a dragon. Good arrow onto Draven, and good hook onto Draven, obviously, to set it up. They're going to land that combo in. Sinsara should get that kill. I would then expect him to be able to chase in the Draven for another free kill. I'm not sure why Draven ran back towards him. He might even get... No, not quite. Draven did not have flash, did not have barrier, so there's not much he could have done better there. Possibly stutter step slightly better, but not an issue. He did fine. And he managed to take someone with her, but she is inevitably going to fall. I would expect them now to send their 3 mid and Nasus bot to keep farming stacks, which is what they're doing. Apparently I'm a mind reader. They're not going to get mid tower because these respawns are only about 10-15 seconds, but they're going to be able to get some good pressure onto it. I would expect, clear that wave, take red buff. Well, they could get the tower. If I were them, though, I'd be trying to get wards into the top side of the jungle and take away an objective. Like, the tower's great, though. It's a very important tower, so I'm not saying it's the wrong decision. I'm just saying I probably would have focused on map vision, because you have none right now. Map vision is what your team needs. You can obviously win fights. Your Nasus is doing great at this point. He's totally carrying the team at this point, 7-1-2. So get some vision and start picking people off. They have their 3 mid. Xerath picking up blue buff for himself. Thresh just staying mid, going to try and pick up some farm, looks like. It's a little dangerous, though, staying 1v3. Okay, they have all 5. I would... I want them to get some vision in this section of the jungle near the blue team red buff, because that's where you're going to start to see their carries, their AD carry, their mid, in that sort of side of the map. And you need to be able to pick them off with your massive amount of mobility and CC. Looks like instead they're going to just go ahead and pick off this Thresh. I mentioned earlier, why are you staying? You're not with your team, there's nothing for you there. Taking 2 or 3 CS is not worth dying. Nasus walking in now after Thresh has died. Your team's not joining this fight. I would expect you to disengage this. Rengar able to pick up double kill. Oh. I don't know why he flashed out there. He could have just turned and killed Lissandra instead. Why are you focusing Annie? Lissandra's the target. That was sloppy on his part. He did insta-pop the Draven, which was great on his part. But that being said, okay, Annie's used her Hourglass. There's another carry directly beside you. Kill her instead. It's not like, why are you spending so much time killing their support when she's used her combo and used her hourglass? Kill the second target, then turned onto the third. You didn't need to flash away, and you didn't need to die there. Annie is not that important of a target once she's used her combo. Nasa's going to be able to steal away this dragon, or not dragon, blue buff. Oh my god. Blue buff. He's going to get a free blue buff for their team. He is at 321 stacks, so he's absolutely shredding these stacks at the moment. His Q is doing about 500 damage plus the Sheen proc. So that's going to destroy these squishy targets on an enemy team. They don't really have any tank. Obviously, Amumu, he's tank adjacent, I would describe him. He's not built full tank. Thresh hook onto the Draven. Those Qs just absolutely dominating. Amumu, he's not going to be able to join this fight. He's too squishy. You're going to then... Oh, unfortunately that hook barely missed. You're going to then turn around, focus... I would have expected Ashe to ult. That was an easy Ashe ult straight up the middle. Good hook again. These Thresh hooks are really nice. There's the Ashe arrow I was calling for, just slightly off. I don't know. Yeah, Hourglass seems a little bit of a waste there. You're going to want it for holding your base at this inhibitor. As I mentioned earlier, blue team relies on pick comp, and they're starting to make picks, so good for them. Purple team needs to realize that and start setting up proper team fights. They're never together as a team, and that's why blue team's just destroying them at the moment. They're getting hooked. They're getting caught out by Nasus. They're just getting caught. Great positioning coming out from Ashe. I really like how she's stutter stepping, comboing in properly. Lissandra not going to follow through on that. Nasus is going to fall. Great pick up there. I just CCing him long enough to keep the turret focusing. Welcome back, JWF999. I shall use your proper title. Red buff's still up. I'm interested to see who they donate that over to. I'm assuming Rengar. They might give it to Draven, but Rengar's kind of the one making the plays right now. Rengar... wait. I am stupid. Rengar's on the other team. And this is why we're probably not doing a third workshop after this, because I'm not focusing very well at the moment, it seems. No Sightstone coming out from Thresh. That's actually not very good for them. He's opted to go for Mikael's Crucible, which I agree with because you can get rid of the Lissandra ult. Lissandra's ults are what's killing them at the moment, in a large number of these cases, where they're actually getting kills. Good pickup again. But they are going to fall for that. Yeah, just back out. Nasus is here. This Nasus is building and playing really, really well. He's just stacking MR. He's stalking. He's getting his Banshee's Veil really, really good. Land the arrow onto Annie. You're going to pick that up. I would expect Thresh to combo on here. Misses his hook, unfortunately. Combo onto Karma. Keep her out of base if she can. And now you get free pressure onto this inhib turret. Because you forced Karma top lane, they can't really defend it. There's a full stream schedule listed below. All times are in Eastern Standard Time. Okay, Dragon and Baron are both up. I'd expect her to just kill him. Oh, apparently not. Instead, you're going to just stay and get hooked in. She definitely had the damage. She had a... okay. It works out in the end. Using those Karma speed buffs, I would expect them to be able to chase in. They need to get onto... There you go. Get onto this... Ah! Good positioning, but that's so frustrating where it's just like, you need to get onto him. They decide to, and then he just barely escapes. Yeah, they needed to take out the Xerath a little earlier. Still worked perfectly fine, though. Looks like Amumu is trying to come around. He's going to get popped, I would expect. Yep. Did he not use his triple Q? Yeah, he's still gonna get the kill though. Dragon did get taken. They are taking... Ooh. Nice thinking. Use the Annie to tank it. I mentioned in the last game, Tibbers is fantastic at tanking objectives, and that's exactly what they did. Mumu was getting focused, so they said, okay, we know where Rengar is. He's not going to stealth in and pop us, so let's just go take a free Baron. Good play by their team. And also notice they pinked it before they did it. Hourglass coming out from Lissandra. Core item. I don't know how I feel about Abyssal Honor. I haven't played her enough to really feel confident arguing whether it's worth it or not. I would actually expect her to maybe get a Liandry's Torment next. Because she has slows on all her skills, slows and snares and stuns. And she has her Hourglass now, and she has her Athenes now. So she's pretty tanky. And she has a lot of outplay potential. So being able to shred the Nasus would be very important, I feel. Also a Void Staff. Oh. Looks like she's going to go for an Abyssal Scepter instead. That's fine, but someone on their team, they need to be stacking Magic Pen. So Abyssal, Void Staff, Liandry's, Source Boots, they need to be burning through this because they are an all-AP team. They're going to collapse in here. They don't realize Nasus is in there. Good ward coming out from Annie, so they don't get completely caught out. Annie then able to... Ooh, nice combo there coming in from her. Yep, just able to bait out pretty much everything. She does get still caught, though. A little bit greedy. Karma able to combo that in. Oh, she turned back. Ah! I was hoping she'd use her speed buff on Draven, and Draven would be able to easily get that Nasus. Ashe and Rengar are going to go ahead and take this bot inhib. I would actually expect them to get both the inhib turret and the inhib itself. The only people alive are Draven and Karma. Karma's in base. Draven is just recalling now. They could... Oh, Ashe didn't stay. Ashe and Rengar could have easily killed Karma. And then they could have used that to possibly kill Draven and maybe get an inhib turret. Barely missed on the Ashe arrow. Again, that would have been a free kill. Just good job picking that up, but just a little bit sloppy overall. I really like that they picked it up, but they could have been playing that a little better. Red buff up still. I would like to see that taken by someone. I just don't like seeing buffs up for more than about 30 seconds, because it's just wasted potential. Just give them to someone and be done with it. Even if it's just for the experience. Nasus is going to be able to shred through this turret now that he has 408 stacks. No one's really going to be able to stop him now. I would hope just stack these up best you can and realize that you're being collapsed on. He does not have any ward coverage. This has been my complaint against blue team the entire game. They are not warding. If they had wards, they could split push this out and be done the game already. Your team comp is so reliant on being able to make picks for yourself, and you're managing it very effectively. Warding would increase that success multiplicatively, like so much. Nasus is just so tanky. You can just walk in and start pounding away on them. He decides to go on to Annie, though. I don't know if I agree with that. You need to be able to keep Lissandra down, because Lissandra is the one jumping onto your backline at this point. And a pause. Awkward. It's a 10-minute long pause. Oh my god. You're all dead to me. Okay, but seriously, how long is this pause? Like, should I just exit and start doing viewer games? Oh, okay, that wasn't long. Nice done. Oh, this Thresh hook. Mad life. Alright, they're gonna get this inhib. In the meantime, Ashe should be able to take bot inhib. Lissandra gonna try and come down and pop more pausing. Hey, okay. I'm going to make the executive decision then to exit out. We restart. Oh. Does it... Okay, so you guys are actually playing now, is that correct? Game's over? Okay. So I will wait and comment on the last few minutes of the game. Yeah, because they are about to end the game. Ashe is going to get bot inhib. Lissandra should be able to combo in and kill Xerath, and then Nasus is going to kill him. Rengar is still on his way, but Thresh is low health, yeah. Thresh would probably then want to cycle down and protect Ashe. Ashe and Nasus would be able to completely shred this tower then. Annie, it all depends on if they kill Annie or not, because Draven is up right after. Yeah, it all boils down to whether or not they instantly pop Annie or not, but I would expect them to be able to insta-pop the Lissandra, then combine 3 people bot, inhib, tower, done. The only concern is how well Draven gets it, but I think someone said in chat that Draven throws, so yeah, I'm assuming that's what they do, and then Draven dies. It was a really close game. Like, say what you want about it and complain about matchmaking if you like, but blue team dominated early game. Sorry, purple team dominated early game, and blue team has slowly come back into this and is now pushing in for win. And that boils down to purple team getting caught out, not some great grand skill matchup. Oh, Xerath actually lived from that. That's impressive. So, they got the bot inhib, arrow onto her. That should be a free kill for Ashe. Nope, not quite. Oh, Fate actually managed to get Annie. Good. But he took 2 of them with him. Nasus. Yeah, perfect. Good job. Lissandra ult is up very, very soon. Rengar is here, though. Assuming he's not AFK, this is game. Alright, and that's game. They do get this, right? Yeah. Alright, good job everyone. I'll do a quick rundown of builds and playstyle and overall comments, and then we'll do a viewer game, and then unfortunately we are done for the night. I stream all day tomorrow, I stream all day Wednesday, and Tuesday is a holiday, so I'm probably streaming most of Tuesday as well. So, unfortunately, we did have to start late today, so I can't really justify doing another couple hours of streaming or anything like that. So I apologize for anyone who joined late, but it's just the way things are. So, overall build. Nasus, I mentioned a number of times throughout the game, he did absolutely phenomenal. He built exactly what he needed to, stacking MR, getting those Q stacks, and being able to scale incredibly well throughout the game and showing up when he was absolutely needed. Ashe, really standard build. I don't know why she built Static Shiv and... Wait. She built Static Shiv and Phantom Dancer. Dump the Phantom Dancer, get Bloodthirster as a first or second item, and then get a Guardian Angel. There's no reason to build Phantom Dancer anymore. It's just not a good item on most champions. Rengar, we mentioned early game, had a lot of issues with the Karma. He did get his Spirit Visage, which he really, really needed to. It looks like he actually sold his... Oh no, he built a Maw. I apologize, I'm still adjusting to the 7th item slot. It throws me off a lot of times when I'm looking at these. So yeah, I really like his build. I might have suggested Merc Treads finished up, but overall, great job getting back into the game. He did have a lot of issues. I might have suggested a little bit more split pushing from him because he does have that stealth to get out, and pretty good wave clear. I also might have suggested a Hydra. Trinity Force is fine, but instead of Trinity Force, you could have finished up your Hydra, got Merc Treads, and still gone Spirit Visage Maw, and been able to absolutely shred waves and be able to turn into a split pusher instead of a dueler at that point. Alternatively, you could have done Sunfire, Spirit Visage, Maw, not Maw, Hydra. So Spirit Visage, Sunfire Cape, and Hydra, and you still could have been a very, very tanky split pusher at that point. Nasus seems to have had that covered though, so it wasn't required. Just further build options for you to consider. Xerath did quite well, actually. I was impressed with some of his plays and just being able to get out. That being said, I really liked how Lissandra was learning to dodge him properly. Thresh, fantastic hooks. The only complaint I have there, though, is he never built a Sightstone. Sightstone is still pretty much mandatory. It's really good. Mumu landed some awesome early ganks. I don't like Spectral Wraith on him, though. I mentioned a number of times during the replay that he should have built the early Boots of Mobility, so that he could actually show up and land even more ganks, because he was landing them so consistently and so well. That's where your strength is, and that's what you need to push. Draven, same complaint, don't build Phantom Dancer. It's not a good item, I don't think anyways. I would have built a Static Shiv so you have the burst, and then... Strange, he built a lot of lifesteal. Doesn't have the tankiness to support that much lifesteal, though. There are just better options across the board for what Draven could have built there. It all boils down to how he was experiencing in his lane going, though. So I can't comment on exactly what should be changed. Besides Phantom Dancer, I just don't feel being good on Draven. You need that burst. So I would say Static Shiv. Past that, you could have stuck with Bloodthirster, or you could have done a Blade of the Ruined King. I wouldn't suggest both, because you're going to be burst before it's an issue. I also would have suggested maybe building an Infinity Edge rather than the second lifesteal item. Karma, really standard build coming out from her. I would have liked to see a Void Staff, though, to deal with the Nasus, but overall, perfectly fine. Lissandra, same thing, no Void Staff. You're an all-AP team and you're not building Magic Pen. I don't like that. Annie, I would have suggested got an Abyssal Scepter, so then Lissandra wouldn't have had to try and build one and she could have got Void Staff. Overall, no huge complaints, but whatever. Well, we'll just leave it at that. I offered quite a few pieces of advice throughout the game, so hopefully people will watch the replays as they're uploaded to YouTube and enjoy that.